Hello, hello. Welcome back to Math Made Possible. I believe I can. I'm your current teacher, Miss Howard, and today we're going to be using the Illustrative Math curriculum to review a summary of Unit 1, Lesson 9, Finding the Volume of Prisms. All right, so for this specific image right here, we can see that we're dealing with this prism like we have been. It has a lot of numbers all the way around. However, I'm looking here and it has some question marks. So it says, find the missing sides. Before I do that, let's go ahead and, well, not for this one. Let's go ahead and figure out what to do. I like to highlight my side lengths first. I like to see this as the length. You can see it how you want to see it, but I classify it as the length. All right. Now let's take a look at our bottom here. If it says our bottom is 7 and this little piece right here is 5, what we can do to find this missing side piece is subtract 7 minus 5, and that will give me a side length for that little top portion of 2. So this question mark right here would be 2. And we could check our answer. If we went ahead and I'm going to have to type those again, and made this a complete prism and drew it all the way out, right? This is what our prism would look like, right? So this piece right here is 5. And so what is this? And so we said that would be 7 minus 5, and that would equal 2. So this piece right here is 2. We have another question mark right here. I'm going to go ahead and erase that visual image for you. We're going to go ahead and find out, well, what is that side length? Let me go ahead and mark off my lengths again since that was erased. So this is going to be called my length. And you know our formula for volume is length times width times height. So I don't need to write the formula right now just because we're not solving for the volume right now. We're just finding the missing piece. So we said this was 2. I'm just writing everything back because when this glitches, I don't exactly know how to fix it. So please bear with me. I do appreciate your patience. All right, now that we have our length, now I'm going to highlight my width. I am going to make my width this time. I'm going to make it green. All right, so we have 2 right there. And if that's 2 on that left side, on the right side would of course be 2. And this right here would be 2. And this down here would be 2. Now, I almost put the answer of 2 right there, but I want to make sure that everybody understands this is just a continuation of right here from left to right. It's still going to be 2. Now we have to look at what is going vertical. So those were horizontal lines. Now we're going to go to vertical lines. Well, we had purple. Let me choose pink. So on this side, we have our height to be 7. But on this side, we have our height to be 5. Now let's take that same thought process that we did before. This is our missing side length. Okay, this is our missing side. If this is 7 on the left and this is 5 on this shorter piece, what is this small piece right here? Well, in order to find that, we would have to say 7 minus 5 again would give me a height of 2. So I'm going to go ahead and label that 2. So if I were to cut this box off just like this would be a cube. You could definitely see it now. This is a cube, also known as a square. And what do you know about squares? all sides are equal. So the length is 2, the width is 2, the length is 2, the width is 2, and the height is 2. So that's it for that one. Hopefully you understand that. Let's go to our next one. Now, when we're doing these problems, we can see it so many different ways, right? We can cut up our prisms in so many different ways. I want you to think about it like we did in the lesson the other day, where there were two partners, and one partner built a prism and the other partner built a prism, and then you combine them. Well, if you were to break the prisms apart, what would they look like? And that's pretty much what you have to do. So each person now has to find out what their specific prism would be, what their volume would be. In this case, I don't want you to find volume yet. Right, what we're doing right now is I want you to see where we would cut it. So if I have the number 3, 7, and 9, first of all, I am going to say the 3 is a length. And again, when we talked about it before, it doesn't matter what you consider to be your length. You just have to be able to find it and explain it in a way that will make sense. So I have 3. This represents length. 7 is going to represent width. Let me change that color. That would be width. And then our height would be another color. Let's make that blue. So they said our height for this one would be 9. So how will we cut our prism? Well, it would be cut like this. So this, let me label it prism A. So prism A would have a length of, would have a length of 3, a width of 7. Oh, and let me also change that color right there too, so everybody can see that is the width, and a height of 9. And so where would we see 2 times 5 times 7? Well, that would be prism B. And let's double check our work here. We have, again, this would be the length. Oh, let's change that color back to, let's change that to pink. So this length would be 2, and our 5 I wish I typed that the other way, would be our height. But either way, as you can see, we still have the same numbers. 5, change it to blue. We have 2, 5, and 7 as our measurements. So if we go straight across, that would be prism B. Let me get my eraser, make it look a little neater. So imagine one partner built the top piece and another partner built the bottom piece and put it together and just put it on the table just like that. Of course, you could flip it and then the numbers would still be the same measurements. It would still be the same volume. It will just be in a different position. Now we have to remember that because we have put both pieces together, this is called a composite. When you break it apart, that's called decompose. But when you put it together, it's a composite prism. And we need to add all of our the volume from A and the volume from B to get the full volume for the image. Okay. Let's look at another one. Okay, so we have this image right here. This one, we're going to go ahead and find the volume. But first, let's find out where we're going to break these apart. So we have 5. Okay. And I'm going to choose the same color going all the way. And I'm going to find my width. Width is 4. If it's 4 right there, guess what? It's 4 right there. It's 4 right there. It's 4 right there. As you can see, it's carrying the same width all the way across. Just think about a regular box. The width of the box is going to be the same. Okay. Now we'll have our height. Let me change my color. All right, we have 3 right here. We have a height of 2 right here. And we have a missing height right here. There's nothing right here. All right. And of course it would be 2 right there. You can always continue with your colors just to make sure that you see everything. Forgive me, this is a 3 right here, this bottom one. And this is a 5 right here. I think what I'm going to do, so I'm going to find both ways for you. All right, so let's go to our expressions here. The question is, where do you see 5 times 4 times 3? Well, I see 5 right there. I see 4 for a width. And I see 3 for a height. So that must mean that they broke this prism up like this. So this whole thing must be prism A. And this one must be prism B. Let's double check our numbers. We have 3 for the length. Oh, and 1, as you can see, there's no 1 listed here. Let's double check. Where did they get 1 from? Well, if 3 is on the left, and there's a 2 on the right where this breaks, where this is attached. So 3 minus 2, let's write that right here. 3, make me put it in that color. 3 minus 2 equals 1. So this height is 1. All right. And then we have 4 for our width. Again, it doesn't matter the order that you write these in, as long as you have the same numbers that represent that prism. If the common mistake that we have is students get mixed up with how they're breaking apart their prism and how they see their numbers. You must be very clear. Let me see if I could even highlight this in like a yellow so that you can see that this is prism B. Nope, that's not going to work. Oh, here. If I do this, does that help? Yes, it does. All right. So that's prism B. And let's change the color for prism A. And this will be prism A. Look at me learning something. All right. That's how we would break it apart. So person A would build this prism and person B would build this prism and then stick them together. Now let's find the volume. So we can say 5 times 4, well, we know that is 20. And we know that 20 times 3, oops, I forgot my multiplication sign. That equals 60. And for our, that would be for 60 inches or cubic inches. Now you could write the word cubic or you could write IN3, 60 IN3. All right, our next one for prism B, we have 3 times 4. We know that anything times 1 is the same number. So 3 times 4, that equals 12. Let's go ahead and erase that and just write the answer of 12 because that's pretty simple. Okay, and that's 20 inches cube or cubic inches. And again, because we did put our pieces together, we're not separate. We have to add them to add both volumes to get the full volume of the prism. So 0 plus 2, that equals 2. 6 plus 1 equals 7. And that's exactly what we did right here. Okay. Okay, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you still have questions, please go ahead and search Illustrative Math, Grade 5, Unit 1, Lesson 9, as well as how to find the volume of composite prisms. And please go ahead and check out our description for a math resource, as well as my Teacher Pay Teacher page for more math resources. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you have not done so already. I'll see you soon. Take care.